of like, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to not open your door to anyone. And just as a church, you have the right to not let anyone into your doors, right? And figuring out what are public space, what are public areas, what are private spaces. And that is something that you as a church, alongside consulting with us or whatever, whoever it may be, that we can figure out of how do we keep our neighbors safe.
Yeah.
But I also know that the Jesus I know and the Jesus I love would not allow anyone to walk through those doors.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And through this process of like getting to know so many people and getting to know the faith community and how the faith community can help neighbors, I've come to a conclusion, and no offense here, but we all love a different Jesus, and we all have a different idea of who Jesus loves. And we get to pick and choose who Jesus wants to love based on what we know. And that's really hard for me sometimes, especially as a curious soul of like, I'm like currently in the moment of, I wouldn't say shopping around, but visiting different congregations of like, where do I fit?
Yes.
And you can see that in whoever preaches. You can see of who we're taught to love. And that is difficult. That is difficult for people that are look different than the congregations I'm visiting, which are predominantly white.
Yes.
And that's difficult for someone who is an immigrant woman, who is brown, who obviously does not fit here. So our thing at Neighbors has been, we're loving people, and the Jesus I know and the Jesus that we know would flip the tables and be like, you're not allowed to come in, right? And I ask people, and I ask that church, what would Jesus do? And they were just like, okay, I see where you're going with this.
It's a great
like,
question.
The Jesus guy.
Yeah,
that
like
guy.
like
We should pay attention to that probably.
yeah, like what would happen? And I think it's like we just have to be okay with going against the norm, going against what we're told. And that's hard for people.
Yeah.
It's hard for institutions, which are made out of people.
Yes.